morning, sports fans. It is fight time. This is my Big Country Boxing Association. Gene Tunney versus Joe Frazier. Tunney comes in here 9-0 with 3 KOs. Frazier comes in here 9-1-1 with only 2 KOs. Frazier is built to knock people out. He just hasn't been able to do it. Tunney is a brilliant defensive boxer. So I don't think Frazier is going to score yet another KO in this fight, but we're going to see. They both match up. They're both Tunney, a boxer. Frazier is going to come in as a slugger. And mixing in their defenses, they're both going to be on what's called the boxing action grade of B for the boxing action charts. So they're both going to be on the B chart. So this ought to be a hell of a fight. This winner of this fight will have a shot at the heavyweight title against the current title holder, Muhammad Ali. Muhammad Ali finally got back the belt against John L. Sullivan, KOing him in the second round. That I used boxing time bouts for that, so that didn't happen in this game. So it'll be interesting if Sullivan can fight his way back into a shot at the title, what that might look like in my big flagship game. So these are my advanced versions of the Time Sports games, Big Country Time Sports. If it says Big Country, it's generally the advanced versions of the games or the detailed, deeper versions of the Time Sports engines, and they're all in the coil-bound books. So a Big Country is the universe, the fictional universe that you can use or make your own, whatever. So this is my favorite boxing game, bar none, of course. It's my own game, so of course I would say that. All right, so Tunney, who's 9-0 with no ties. Frazier 9-1 with 1 draw. We haven't seen Tunney fight anybody yet of Frazier's ilk, so this is Tunney's first chance in my universe to really see a peer. He's been coming up through the lower ranked boxers, as did Frazier to get here too. So, all right, here's my event die. So we got a red corner, which automatically has advantage. So yes, Tunney has advantage in this fight as he has an unblemished record, and he's on the ranking standings a step above Frazier. So we're going to allow Tunney to have the slight edge, and Frazier, of course, the blue corner is red second. And then this will be used for any die. Now, my dice, every game I make at the Time Sports and Big Country Time Sports, they're designed to be played with 1 die. You don't have to own a ton of dice. You can play every game in my book with 1 6-sided die. It just means you're picking up and rolling more. So, of course, you can add more dice to speed up the experience. All right, here we go. Round 1 of a ranked fight to see which fighter will have an opportunity to challenge Muhammad Ali, who just got the belt back. So things don't get any easier for Ali, as everything he faces now will be the best of the best. Madison Square Garden is where this fight's taking place. Tunney is a boxer B, defensive A, power C, a desire of A, chin of A, TKO of 10, and endurance of 8. He is 23 rated. Frazier is a boxer D, slugger B, defense B, power B, desire B, chin B, TKO 12, endurance of 7. He's a 22 rated fighter. To give you an idea, Sullivan, who holds my record for 9 title defenses, is a 21 rated fighter, and Ali is a 26 rated fighter. So maybe that gives you a clue, but either way, let's fight. The 3A scores here for Tunney make him potentially the best boxer right now. It just depends on whether he can score enough points in fights where they can't knock him down. All right, here we go. And it's going to be no points for Tunney in the first minute. So he gets shut out by Joltin' Joe. Joltin' Joe 4 on the B chart is going to score 2. So Frazier winning the first round. Tunney on this is going to score 1 in the second minute, and Joltin' Joe is going to get shut out by Tunney's defense. And this may be one of those fights that's just all about who scores the best and Tunney shut out in the 3rd minute. Joltin' Joe scores 4, and Joltin' Joe will win round 1, 10-9. We didn't even have a single event in that first round. So Tunney loses on points, 1-4. And here we go, Joltin' Joe looking good. And Tunney is going to score 3 points. So he comes out after being educated a little bit by his corner what he needs to do. And Frazier, though, counter punches with body shots, and it's 3-3 in the first minute. That's the highest score you can get. That is a hell of a lot of action in the first minute of round 2. Oh, but Tunney has punched himself out, and now we're going to see Frazier score an event. Frazier has a chance on a roll of 6 to get a knockdown. In 3, he is going to move into the neutral corner and score a point. The judges like seeing that kind of ring generalship. Oh, I was just going to say, those who are taking bets aren't going to get anything today because I'm using a dice tray, and then I promptly dropped it on the floor. I was just going to say, the sanctioning body of the BCBA has learned that there are side bets going on, and they want to put a stop to it, so they've got the dice tray out, and then I promptly dropped the die on the floor. So you can imagine there are some very happy gamblers out there. Tunney, here we go. Tunney is going to score 2. Nice round. He scores 5 points. But guess what? That's going to be 6 for Frazier. He's going to win the round 10-9. And not only that, Tunney now suffers a TKO point because Frazier has put up enough points to actually start showing wear on Tunney. And Tunney's a great defensive boxer, but right now Frazier's getting it done. Tunney is going to score 1. In another event for Frazier, and this time he's going to move and slide his boxer into the right corner, right near corner, and Frazier's in control of this fight. Tunney's going to score in a minute, and Frazier finally getting counterpunched, or Tunney's eating all of those punches with his fists, and therefore Frazier's not scoring in the 2nd minute. And neither boxer, they're both tired after a big 2nd round, and they're pacing themselves now maybe. Neither boxer scores anything in the 3rd minute. And guess what? Tunney is finally going to win that round 10-9. So Tunney, in a low-scoring round, pulls it out. Not what I would have expected from Tunney. Here we go. Oh, and Tunney this time is going to get an event. Oh, no, he's not. He's actually going to backpedal into the corner, scoring no points. And, of course, Joltin' Joe scores no points. 1st minute of round 4 is dull as dirt. Nobody doing anything here. All right, Tunney's going to score 1, and Joltin' Joe's going to score 2. This is going to be a point fight, as neither one of them are probably going to get that. Oh, I spoke too soon, as Tunney gets a huge chance at a KD. No, he's going to literally cover up in the corner as Joltin' Joe scores 3 more points. And Joltin' Joe's now won 3 of 4 rounds. 10-9, a 5-point round. Tunney has literally scored 1 point, 5 points, 2 points, and 1 point. Frazier scored 4, 6, 1, and 5. Frazier is absolutely getting the better of Gene Tunney. Here we go, round 5. It's going to be 3 points. Tunney now on fire, and Joltin' Joe with an event check. Nope, he's in the corner getting pounded. That's where those 3 points come from. So we can make sense of the scores in our mind's eye by the quality of the points. 3-0, and that was an event which tells us Joltin' Joe got pushed into the corner, and Tunney is pounding him in the corner. Joltin' Joe covering up. It's going to be 2 more points for Tunney. Joltin' Joe, though, in the corner, fires off a knockdown check. So Joltin' Joe covering up in the corner, then comes out with a counter and clips Tunney. Tunney's desire, though, is an A. Joltin' Joe's power. Here we go. B. A. He has to roll a 6. On a 6, down goes Tunney. No, he's up. But look at that, folks. It is a KD check, which is another TKO point, but it doesn't actually help Joltin' Joe as far as points. You got to drop him to get that automatic round win and to kill Tunney's 3rd roll, but he doesn't. So he survives a big punch by Frazier, but must have been enough to stun him because he doesn't score. Neither does Frazier as he covers up in the final moments, and Tunney's going to win his 2nd round in 5 and he has suffered, the KD. Oh, yeah, it was a KD against Tunney. Tunney, though, is the one showing wear with those Frazier body blows and now a shot to the temple that's starting to show swelling. Round 6. This is going to be a hell of a fight. Wow, Tunney comes out off his stool, scores 3. Jolton Joel scores 1. And Tunney now has got good coaching from his corner man. Is now scoring early and often. And again, Frazier shut out. Man, it's been a reversal of fortune here around 6. And it's going to be a TKO point against Frazier. Frazier's shut out. Uh-oh. Now we're seeing the Tunney I expected. 6 points for Tunney and 1 point for Frazier. And now Frazier has suffered his first TKO point. Neither one of these boxers will probably see a TKO in this fight. They're both very durable. But you never know. Here we go. Round 7. This is where Frazier fatigues at the end of round 7. Tunney scores 1. Frazier is punched out. No points. Neither boxer scores. So they're clinching and holding in mid-ring. And Tunney scores 2 points. And Frazier literally outscored 2-0. And Tunney will win that round 10-9. Frazier now drops. So we have to recalibrate his bag grade. His boxing grade goes down to a C. So we'll look at C versus defensive A. So C versus A is C. So he is now a C. That's going to hurt Frazier, who was really looking good early. Now suddenly it's changed for Frazier. He's a C. Tunney, against this defense now, is a B versus defense of C. So B versus C is an A. So Tunney goes up to an A. So this is where things are going to be dangerous for at least one round as Tunney fatigues after 8. So they'll readjust again after the 8th round. But this is the round in which Tunney could score a flash KO, right? You could get an event and then a KO where he goes right to the canvas. So we'll find out. Here we go, round 8. And it's going to be, on the A chart, it's going to be 2 points for Tunney, no points for Frazier. He hasn't scored in the last 4 minutes, as Frazier's clearly fatigued. There it is. We have an event check for Gene Tunney. Now, if I roll a 5 or a 6, we have a potential KO. No, it's going to be a 2-point minute, though, for Tunney. And Frazier with a 2 on the C charts, on a 4, scores 2. So Frazier keeps up in the second minute. And we're going to see 6 points, another TKO point against Frazier. And Frazier on the C chart is going to score 1. And Tunney has now won 1, 2, 3, 4 rounds in a row. You had to know at some point this might happen because Tunney was fighting poorly early on. Frazier was fighting great. Now the tide has turned. And now Tunney, let's recalibrate Tunney. Boxer C versus defensive C. So now it's C versus C is B. So Tunney back to a B. Frazier is a C versus a defensive B. So C versus C, is a C. So he stays a C. So he is in big trouble as Tunney actually retains his B grade, even though he went down against Frazier's new defense. So they're both tired. And Tunney actually goes from an A when he fatigues back down to a B. Frazier did not come back up. So a lot of times you'll see good boxers, they'll both drop a bit until the other guy fatigues, and then they'll maybe remeasure back up to their quality. This time Frazier doesn't step up out of that hole. That might be why Frazier lost the fight. I haven't looked back on the records as to how he lost his fight, but it could be how he lost his fight in his career. Again, at 9-1-1, Tunney is 9-0. And we're going into round 9, and Tunney has won 1, 2, 3, 4 straight rounds. Here we go. It's going to be 3 on the B chart. It's going to be 2 points for Tunney, nothing for Jolton Joe, as he's absolutely surviving here. No, punched himself out. Tunney is going to score 2. We got a fight on our hands, folks. The last minute of round 9 is going to be both boxers going for it all with events. First, let's see what Tunney's event is. 3, it's going to be a 2-point minute. Is that right? No, a 1-point minute for Tunney. Jolton Joe's event is a 2-point minute. And folks, Joltin' Joe is going to take round 9 by 1.4-3. And Tunney finally drops. This is going to go to the end, folks. 12-round title, or 12-round ranked fight to find out who gets a shot at the title. Wow. Round 10, Tunney won 4 in a row, and now Frazier has stolen round 9 as Tunney fatigued enough that he got back into it. Oh, Lord, we're going to see a 3-point minute for Tunney, but we're going to see an event. So this event could be he just pushes Frazier into the corner. Yep, he does. He pushes Frazier into the corner and unloads on him. Frazier gives up 3 points, and Frazier gets nothing back as he's bobbing, weaving, covering up. Both boxers tired. Frazier has yet to score as he is being controlled in the corner. It's 5-0, Tunney. Uh-oh, Tunney scores another TKO point, but we got a Joltin' Joe event. And that event is a cut, so he is going to cut Tunney. That is a TKO. Both boxers have suffered 3 TKO points here in the fight. We're going into round 11, and Tunney wins that round easily. 7-0 with a cut. Holy cow. So Tunney suffers. Remember, 0 doesn't mean they do nothing. It just means they didn't do enough to garner a lot of damage or a lot of attention from the judge. Wow, round 11. Tunney's got this, I think, one. Nope, Tunney is going to go with an event. And no, so basically Tunney on the B charts shut out on an event. They're moving, folks, into the corner, but neither boxer scores with a, although we have an event which just suggests there's ring movement, but Frazier couldn't capitalize. Here we go, both boxers tired. Nobody has scored in this round 11, final minute. And there it is. Tunney will win the round as Frazier is shut out completely. Tunney will win by 2 points. And this is it. Round 12. I think Tunney's got this one, but let's see. It's going to be both of them going for the knockout win here. They don't want to leave it up to the judge. Maybe. Let's see. And it's going to be 1 point for Tunney as he pushes him into the corner and he's throwing punches. Joltin' Joe fires back with a KD shot. The crowd erupts as he staggers back. Tunney, now his power's down though, and so is his desire. So C on B still needs a 6. So a Frazier could score a knockdown on a 6. Yep, down he goes. So we change this from a KD to a KO. Tunney will not get his second minute of action. Can Tunney get up? His chin is dropped due to fatigue to a B. A 1 or a 2, and this fight's over. Frazier will have knocked out Tunney in the first minute of the final round. 5. It is a 7 count. Tunney up on 7. And then the referee calls him back to action. Tunney covering up. Again, this is a follow-up. So when you get an actual knockdown, that minute is lost for the boxer that is trying to survive. Frazier gets a free second minute, and 3, he's going to score. That was amazing. That would have been sweet. He's going to win the round unless Tunney can match it in the 3rd minute. He's going to score 1. That's why you want to have some power there, folks. And here we go, 3rd minute. It is 1-1. This round is won by Frazier on a knockdown. No, but Tunney fights back. Potential knockdown. Remember, Tunney's on the B charts. He needs a 6. No, and that was a TKO point, by the way, against Tunney. He will do nothing in the 3rd minute as he is just trying to survive, staggered, and 2 more points. Joltin' Joe's going to win that round, 10-8, and I have a feeling that may have won the fight for Joltin' Joe. Folks, we got to go to the card and tally the scores here for a phenomenal heavyweight fight between Gene Tunney and Joe Frazier. Okay, we got 120 points minus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 114. Wow, Jay, 1100, huh? 114. You can see I haven't digested my coffee at 114. Joltin' Joe had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, say it ain't so. 114 Tunney and 113 Frazier. Tunney wins by a point. wins by points, and he will get, Tunney now is 10, let's see here, 10, 3 KOs, no losses, no ties, and Frazier loses, loss, points. He falls to 9 and 2 and 1. Oh, that is heartbreaking. Frazier started strong, winning the first 2 rounds of the fight. Tunney steals the third one. Then Frazier wins 4. He's won 3 of the first 4. Then Tunney takes 5, 6, 7, and 8. So Tunney takes off, controls the fight. And then Frazier steals 9. And then Tunney wins 10 and 11. And then Frazier gets a KO chance, a knockdown, actually scores an actual knockdown in the first minute of the final round. You know his corner told him, you don't have a choice, you got to knock this guy out. You can't win this on the cards by our count. And Frazier comes off the stool and does his damnedest to do just that. And goes on to win the round in points as well. And the judge gives it to him 10-8 due to a knockdown. However, that wasn't enough. Tunney wins 114-113. Unbelievable. And we see 4 TKO points against Tunney. He had 6 to give. Frazier suffered 3. Again, neither one of these boxers were in danger of being TKO'd. Unless, of course, they came at knockdowns. You could have had multiple knockdowns, which could cause a TKO. And there it is, folks. We're going to be seeing Gene Tunney challenge Muhammad Ali in the next video, probably tomorrow morning. There it is, folks. I don't know what today is, the 23rd, 23, 26. Title fight. I think Tunney is number 2. Frazier is number 3. And so Tunney had to ward off Frazier, who's won 6 fights in a row, to get up here. And then that gave him the opportunity to challenge Tunney before Tunney faced the champion. So we're going to be looking at a damn good title fight. Of course, the red corner will be Ali, which gives him a slight favor as you read his die first. He's the better boxer, A. The defenses are equal, A. Power, they're both the same in power. Desire, AA. Chin, AA. Uh-oh, folks, they're almost identical. Ali is the better boxer. That's the difference. TKO 10 and endurance 8. So they are damn near identical. Let's see. They must be off somewhere else. Oh, yeah, right. Ali could be a slugger if you wanted to. Gene Tunney can too, but not as well. So there's where those extra points are coming from. Ali is a better boxer, and he's a better slugger than Tunney. So if Tunney, for some reason, wanted to fight this as a slugger, I don't know why he would, but let's say he did, Ali could match him with a slugger. But on the boxer-slugger charts, there's no reason Ali would probably do that. If he went to D slugger, so A versus D, he'd be an A. As it is now, he'd be an A versus B, he'd be an A. So Ali's going to be an A no matter what. Wait a minute. Tunney could go boxer. Tunney could go boxer on this. So let's see here. A versus B. That would be, Muhammad Ali would be a B. And Tunney would be a C. If he goes slugger, it would be B versus a F. Ooh, yeah, so Tunney will definitely go boxer, because he'll be an F against Ali as a slugger. So Ali definitely would reduce Gene Tunney. And Tunney's not a slugger. I mean, he was a brilliant a boxer and a fantastic defensive fighter. So Ali's advantage will be in his quality as a boxer or a slugger, because everything else is identical between these two boxers. So the difference is Ali is just all around the better boxer, all around better slugger. But outside of that, they share the same data, which is pretty cool. So this could still be a great fight. However, seeing Tunney on the C charts for the whole fight until he fatigues, that means Ali's going to be scoring a lot of points. So this one's going to be tough for Tunney to outscore Muhammad Ali. That's going to be a killer. It really is going to be a killer. So, all right, everybody, have a wonderful, wonderful week. Bye-bye.